Hi guys! If you're new here, my name is Vanessa. Welcome to my channel where I talk about all things mental health. Today we're going to go over 3 things that you can do to boost your self-esteem and confidence levels. Stay till the end for a bonus 4th tip. Now before getting into how to help your confidence, let's first understand confidence itself. Confidence is not a feeling. It's not something you have. It's a way of thinking. So I'm going to teach you how to control your mind in a way that will make you more confident. Number 1, stop judging. I've actually never heard anyone say this before in all the confidence videos that I've watched. This is something that I stand by and something that I noticed from when I started my confidence journey back when I was like 10 years old. Judging someone's physical features is not okay. People are born with physical features that they're unable to control. And so if you judge something that someone is unable to control, that's messed up. Regardless, you're judging someone's physical features, saying, why does their face look like that? Why is their nose like that? Why is their hair like that? What happens is that when you go into the mirror, you start saying that about yourself. You start saying, why does my hair look like that? Why does my nose look like that? Why does my face look like that? I wish my lashes were longer, and all of these things that you're now criticizing about yourself. When you look at it in a logical perspective, why are you judging something that keeps you healthy, keeps you alive? It shouldn't be judged. But what's become normalized now is that everyone is insecure and judges themselves because they judge others. Now, I've noticed this from the beginning that those who are the most insecure are the most judgmental, and those who are the most judgmental are the most insecure. You can see this. I see it when I hear the way that people talk about others. I know whether or not they are confident or insecure. Now, I said that I started this when I was young. When I was like 10 or 11 years old, I was always in tune with my mind, which is why I guess I went down the psychology field. In middle school, everyone is so judgmental. Everyone judges everyone all the time. So I noticed that when I stopped judging, I stopped judging myself too. So here's what I did, because it's not an easy task to do, especially if your mind is used to the judgment. What I did was, back in middle school, it was normal for us to draw all over our hands, but I drew a symbol on my hand, the back of my hand, because that's what I looked at all the time. At the time, my symbol was a cross, but your symbol can be whatever you want. You can draw a heart, your first initial, whatever you want. Every time I saw it, it reminded me not to judge, because it was such a habit that was just ingrained in my head because it was so normalized. And it's okay to admit that. Judgment is normalized. You do it because others do it. Maybe you were raised that way. Whatever it is normalized, and it's okay that you're doing it, but to get out of it is what's important. I actually remember my piano teacher at the time was like, what's that symbol for? And I was like, oh, I put it there so I can remind myself not to judge other people. And she was like, is that something that you learned in class? And I was like, no, I just wanted to do it for myself. And she was surprised. Looking back now, I'm surprised that someone at that age understood that concept and chose to be proactive and try to do something to change it. That was great. Those habits that I developed at such a young age still stick with me now. Like I said, no one has really talked about this, but the number one thing that has jump-started my confidence journey from such a young age was stopping judging other people. Some judgment can be beneficial. If you're judging someone's personality, saying that was rude of them or they could have responded to that better, saying those judgments about someone else, those can be beneficial, because now you're saying, that was rude of them, here's how I would have responded, here's what I want to do differently. You're judging a personality that can be changed, and because you want to do better. But to judge someone physically, to say things like they're ugly or fat, oh my god, those words actually disgust me. The fact that people say those things about other people. How can you say that about someone's features that cannot be changed? Once you stop that judgment towards others, you're not going to go into the mirror and critique everything anymore. You're just going to look at yourself without judgment, the same way that you should be looking at anybody else. You scroll on social media, and rather than saying, why does she look like that? Why is her hair like that? Why would they do that? You just say, wow, cute picture, like, and scroll. It's a shift, and it's a really important one. Number 2, fake it till you make it. This is a favorite. Everyone says this, and I love that they do, but I'm going to break it down what it actually means to fake it till you make it. If you want to approach something with confidence, think about what someone with confidence would do or say in that moment, and then do it. It might seem too hard to think about, but it's actually easier than you think. To fake confidence, your brain doesn't actually know the difference. I didn't used to be good at talking to people, so I pretended that I was, and then I was. I didn't used to be good at public speaking, so I pretended that I was, and then I was. To walk into a room or to jump into a conversation with confidence, you know what that looks like because you've seen people do it. If you can just imagine how someone with confidence would do something and then act that way, you in turn will become more confident. One of the most attractive features is confidence. It's not the way that you look, it's the energy that you are exuding, the energy that you present yourself with. So if you can control that energy, you will be more confident and that will make you more attractive. When you are exuding this confident energy, you attract other people towards you. That attraction makes you more confident. That confident attracts people towards you. So it becomes a cycle. What started as something fake that you were imagining or pretending ended up making you actually confident because of its effects. How this works with public speaking is I would do presentations in class and people would tell me, wow, you're so good at presenting. I didn't feel like I was, but I pretended that I was, and they told me that I was. So now, because they told me I was, I felt like I was. And all of a sudden, I wasn't pretending that I was good at public speaking anymore. I didn't pretend that I was good at presenting anymore. I actually became good at presenting and good at public speaking. Number 3, affirmations. People say this a lot. Say your affirmations, put your affirmations on the wall. People put post-its on the mirror. There's nothing wrong with that. I do that too. But what are affirmations? So let's break down the word. Literally means to affirm something. If you want to be powerful, strong, or beautiful, rather than saying, I want to be powerful, you say, I am powerful. That affirmation makes you believe internally that you are powerful, which then makes you more powerful. There's a difference between saying, I want to be beautiful and I am beautiful. So what affirmations do is they actually shift the way that you're thinking. When you're insecure, your brain is used to thinking negatively about yourself. What we're doing when we're affirming, when we're saying affirmations, is we're retraining our mind to think in a more positive way about ourselves now. Rather than seeing yourself in the mirror and the immediate thought is that insecurity that you usually think about, your immediate thought is now something kind to yourself. By being kind to yourself and saying words that are positive towards yourself, you raise your own confidence level, in turn making you more beautiful, more powerful, more strong, or whatever else your affirmation was. Affirmations don't have to be about physical appearance. You could be insecure about your capabilities at work. An affirmation for that could be something like, I am trying my best. I put my best effort in everything. I have a key role in this company. I am qualified for what I'm doing. I am doing a great job. There are so many more too. Those are just the ones that I could think of off the top of my head. Our bonus number 4 is to limit social media usage. The reason why I'm saying this is similar to the reason of number 1, where I said to stop judging. Because everyone that posts on social media is posting their best selves only. They're posting the best part of their lives, their favorite picture. Have you ever seen those pictures of even people that post like, oh, this is me unposed and this is me posed? They went and picked the best unposed picture. All of social media is the best of everyone's life. I feel like a lot of people do this with couples too. A lot of people compare their couple to couples that they see online. Like, these couples look so happy. Why is my relationship like this? That couple is showing you a 1-minute snippet of their life that they were acting in. They could be a fake couple for all you know. They could be best friends that chose to go viral and pretend they're a couple. You have actually no idea because social media is so deceiving. When you're constantly scrolling on social media, there are so many thoughts going through your head that you don't realize that you're comparing to your everyday life. People going out and you're wondering why your life isn't that exciting. People traveling and you're wondering why you can't do that. Or you just see people's bodies or their facial features and comparing yours to that. But those are not real. That's not someone's everyday life. You can't compare yourself to something that is not true. What happens when we go on social media is we have so many micro thoughts at once. And micro thoughts don't have to be bad all the time, but they're micro thoughts. Small, quick thoughts that are happening that you don't even realize. Let me explain what I mean. Wow, that girl's hair is beautiful. Wow, I love her top. That top would not look good on me. I love the filter she used. Her hair, her makeup, her clothes, the likes, the comments, the song. His hair, his clothes, his post himself. I wish I had that confidence. The caption, the likes, the comments. All of these micro thoughts make your brain so used to this stimulation. So then when you go into the mirror, you start having those micro thoughts about yourself. My hair, my makeup, my facial features, my clothes, my skin. You start saying all of this to yourself now because your brain got used to it. To constantly compare yourself to something that's fake online is going to be detrimental to your confidence. Another thing about social media is that they make things so appealing even if you don't want it. You ever watch those videos of the people that live in buses or vans and they made it into like an RV and they live RV lifestyle? And like I've become a victim of like, oh my God, that's a really cool lifestyle. Like, why can't I live like that? And then I'm like, wait, I don't actually really want that. It just seems appealing because they make it seem appealing. That's the point of social media. They wouldn't get likes if it wasn't an appealing video. What we don't see is all the struggles of it. That's something that's so difficult about social media. Everything seems appealing, everything seems real, but it's not real. And a lot of the time, when you try it out, it's not as appealing as the video made it seem like it was. Now, I'm not saying to stop your social media usage. I'm saying be conscious and limit it. If you notice that you're in a sensitive point in your life, will it be helpful for you to be scrolling on social media, comparing yourself to others and judging others? I don't think so. What would probably be more helpful is journaling, going to my last video and watching other things that you could do for your mental health. If you haven't noticed, like I said in the beginning, confidence is all about the way that you think. Like this video and comment down below which tip you're most likely to try. If you like my videos, subscribe and turn on that notification button below so that you get notifications every single time I post.